What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I have my two Hang Long made RC 1/16 scale RC tanks. These two aren't any old RC tanks, but these things have been through quite a lot. You've probably seen them in quite a few of my videos if you've been with me since around 800 subscribers, because I've had this one since then. And that one around 900, I got that one. And they've been with me for quite a while, and you know, they're slowly starting to wear out, and the gearboxes are also going bad. And this one actually caught fire right there. I'll show you in a second, more in-depth look. But this one actually caught fire after taking it out on the trail. And I don't know why it caught fire, because I mean, I pushed it to the limit, and as you can see, it just caught fire at its limit. But it is currently knocked out of service, if you put it that way, and it is not working at the moment. And I did some research, and a new upper hull, the whole piece itself. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the turret, I also took that apart to get to the parts where it was burned. But a whole new top part is going to cost me around $112 US, and I don't feel like spending that much money just to fix this, because it's pretty much how much I paid for it. I mean, I paid around $200 for this thing, but you know, it's just too much money to get it up and running so far. So I figured it does run, like I can start it up, but it just doesn't really work as well. Another issue with this tank is that as you can see here, the idler wheel, or I think that's what it's called, it has come off and does not want to stay there really well. As you can see, I got the upgraded metal tracks and metal wheels, but yeah, it's seen better days, that's for sure. Placed it here right next to the Abrams, which is a newer addition to this display here. What I figured I did was I actually put a really nice, really informational I guess stand here, if you want to call it. So you got some nice pictures of it, historical pictures, and all the information about the tank. But we'll get into the information in a few seconds here. And then I have the information on this Abrams tank and a few pictures as well. I recently uploaded a video of the Abrams tank outside in the snow, doing pretty well. Got stuck here and then, but it is running really well. The issue that I have with it, that I was really mad when this happened, was the same day that I made that snow video, I lifted up the tank and I was going to put it back inside, and it slipped straight from my hands, out of my hands, and it fell directly on the gun here, snapping the gun. So as you can see here, the crack where the plastic is, and now it is just, you know, it is an operation, or not, it's not even a word, operate it. It just doesn't want to work at all. The up and down leveling system in there is not working whatsoever, and the airsoft feature also just got destroyed once it fell. Things are really fragile. They are kind of made to be durable in a way, but in some cases, you know, it's really better to leave them as shelf queens and use them outside if you upgrade them so that they are ready to be outside. And yeah, I don't know. For now, until if I figure out to, if I want, I can't even speak today. If I decide to fix the gun, that's going to be till a little bit more later. So I decided to put it in the display for now. And so yeah, that's why I have all this information. And it's a nice little, in my opinion, it's a nice little museum diorama here. So let's go ahead and read some information about both of these tanks, and maybe you'll learn something today. M1 A3 Walker Bulldog, which had a 76mm gun, was an American light tank developed for armed reconnaissance purposes. It was produced by Cadillac between 1951 and 1954 and marketed successfully to the United States Army as a replacement for its aging fleet of World War II vintage M24 Chaffee tanks. It also saw action in the Vietnam War and the Korean War. It was named for General Walton Walker, who died in a Jeep accident in Korea. And then here are all the and all of the information about the tank. So skipping to right here, it says 76mm armament. The engine is a Continental AOS 89536 cylinder air-cooled petrol. It had a crew of 4, a commander, gunner, loader, and driver. In 1988, it costed 162 US dollars, or 1,000 US dollars to make it. Its speed was 45 miles per hour, and its operational range was 100 miles until it needed to refuel. So, really nice pictures there. This is actually in Vietnam, and that I believe is just on display. Let's move on to the M1A2 Abrams. Before we move on, one thing that I really wanted to say that I love about these RC tanks is just the amount of detail that the company Hang Long, which is a Chinese company, puts into these tanks. Now, they may not be the best quality. I mean, as in the airsoft guns break really easily. You know, there's a lot of things that break on these things, and it's better to upgrade them. But, you know, that's a tank. You know, it breaks down, you got to fix it and keep it in action. If you have the money, that's the main thing. If you have the money for it, but yeah, it's just one of those things that one of the reasons why I decided to buy these tanks are because just the amount of detail that they have. And I've added the little driver and the back passenger and this oil drum and this little gun. I've added those details and this chain right here. But let's go ahead and get some information, or find out the information behind the M1A2 Abrams. So the M1 Abrams is a third-generation American-made battle tank designed by Chrysler Defense. It's conceived for modern armored ground warfare, and now one of the heaviest tanks in service at nearly 68 short tons. Its manufacturer is General Dynamics Land Systems. Service, of course, the U.S. Army. Engine, a 1500 horsepower gas turbine engine, a 120 millimeter XM256 smoothbore cannon. It's got a speed of 42 miles per hour, a range of 265 miles, a crew of 4, and it's been in service since 1980, so till today. And then here are some nice pictures of the tank. Really neat. Really neat, guys. Of a tank that fought in Vietnam. Check this out. So this is actually my shelf that I'm in the process of collecting World War II and American Civil War items. Here's my Civil War shelf. Got some Gettysburg relics. But up here, what I was trying to say is I got some actual Vietnam relics. So this is a Vietnam War helmet used by a U.S. soldier. You got a grenade here. I'm not exactly sure what model it is, but it is a dummy grenade, so it's not explosive. That's, if you want to ask that. Got some AR-15 shells and AK-47 shells and a ammo box right there. So, and a US patch right there. So. One of the main reasons why I decided to make this video is just to let you guys know that these tanks, which are the only two that I have right now, will no longer be in any of my videos, and not at least until a while, until I fix them. Yeah, they won't be in any of my videos anytime soon. Fortunate, but you know, it's just they still look nice and pretty on this display here. I hope you guys learned something that you didn't know. And make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And here's a sneak peek to something that will be in my future videos, used in my future videos. So.